Hello, this is Rowena. My Chinese name is Yu Pingzhen. I come from China, Shanghai. I was a Russian teacher before I became a Chinese teacher. And I dreamed to be an English teacher after being about 20 years Chinese teacher. Recently, I work for University of Redlands as a Chinese agent, and I also work for Pasadena City College as an ESL tutor. I have two children. First one is a son, and second one is another son. Yes, the younger one is 19, and I took the younger one and my mom to United States 10 years ago. At that time, I didn't plan to stay, but when I made the decision, I have to work to make money to support this family. And I also try my best to take my mom and my son to visit everywhere, every museum. Yes, we enjoy being together. I'm a very hardworking teacher. I try to conquer the hardship because all my students were college students before I came to America. I didn't have any experience and teaching strategy to deal with the younger kids, but I survived. That is just a very, very meaningful conclusion. I'd like to share some of my own story with you. Yes, this is my 10th year coming to America. Before I found APU, before I found TESOL program, I had to push myself by myself. I went to the public library to join an English program, and there I found they needed a tutor. I just asked them, may I? And they said, yes, welcome. And then I started my English tutoring from Arcadia Public Library. My English was not very good, but I had enough patience, and I did preparation even just for this 2 hours working opportunity. I prepare for this 2 hours a week. I spend the whole week to prepare for next week's 2 hours. Except being a tutor for library, church, I also very actively joined the English reading club in public library, in church, and even in Arcadia Arboretum Library. They have different themes. And at the very beginning, I just went there and get my ears being washed because I need the English like a shower, wash my ears. And then gradually I started to search the discussing problems through all the reading comments newspaper, website, and I try to do some research before the book club discussion starts. And gradually I started to tell my impression, my opinion after reading. And also I learned a lot from all the participants' speech, stories. When the pandemic started, church English class lost all the beginner students. They just had no idea with the access to the Zoom link. And for the intermediate level class, the students were still there, but the teacher said, I can't stand that Zoom. I'm not going to teach through that stuff. I hope I can go back to the classroom in person someday after the pandemic. But in the beginning of pandemic, no one knew when will end that pandemic. And I just asked the pastor, may I? And the pastor said, yes, please. And I started my intermediate ESL level teaching. 90 minutes per week from the beginning of pandemic till today. Just kept doing that. And then I found Azusa Pacific University. I went to applied the TESOL program, and I got the TESOL certificate. And then I found when I tried to help my professor with his teaching in PCC, I saw they needed tutors again, and I applied for the position. And I tried to be a very good observer and helper in the ESL class, in ESL classroom office, and I'm still fighting for my beautiful dream to be an English teacher.